What's going on, everybody? So, if you've seen my previous video, you would have known that I've been talking about Rare Crust and how they are pretty garbage. But I want to talk about what free-to-play looks like in this game, and I can't wait for all the comments. They're like, "Oh my goodness, but I see your tier 2 wings. You're not free-to-play." That is correct. I am not free-to-play, but I have been not. I have not spent money in the game since I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months ago. At this point, I haven't purchased the battle pass. I haven't purchased anything in a long time in this game. And so it's about that time. Every 2 weeks, you get the 10 legendary crests. We actually have 2 runs to run here, 13 legendary crests. So we're going to see what we get and just talk about the game at large right now. So I have not run a 10 pop in this game in a long time. Honestly, I've been using a lot of like 3 runs for my free to play, and I figured, you know what? Let's run our 10 popper here on video as a free to play player here and check things out. So there's a few things I've been thinking about when I'm talking about, like the free to play experience. Let's be honest here, guys. It's a little depressing, to be honest. And the reason for that is you start to realize once you're not spending money, or even before that, even before I was spending money, you can even see it when you are. Unless you're spending, literally tens of thousands of dollars, you will never get to those high. What I mean by high resonance, I mean like 5-6K. Because if you're not 5-6K, you're basically fish food. That's basically what ends up happening because of how absolutely absurdly strong resonance is in this game and how much of a difference you get when you are climbing those resonance tiers. And you just honestly cannot progress, even if you're spending an absurd amount of money, unless you get really, really lucky, right? Even if you're spending a couple $1,000s, like, well, I have on my account, I've total spent about 2.5K here in the first, I think, 2.5 months or so. When I got my tier 2 wings, I completely stopped spending. I didn't spend anything after I got it. And that's because there really isn't any reasonable way for me to progress at all. And if you're free to play, you experience the same exact thing, although it's a slower kind of top off. And what I mean by that is there comes a point where you're kind of soft locked into progression. And for those of you that may have played other MMORPGs out there, you may have heard the term like soft level cap. What that means is there's technically not a level cap, but the experience you get is so high in terms of diminishing returns that you basically can't reasonably level unless you spend months, if not years. And that's kind of what you reach as a free-to-play player. And in fact, you actually reach that point even if you're a dolphin or a low spender. You reach a point where you're soft locked as well. For every player that there comes a time when you do realize that unless you spend an absurd amount of money, you are not going to get anything. And if you're spending, or if you did spend and then you stop spending, you basically can't progress ever again in the game unless you spend literally a couple years in the game acquiring legendary crests. And unless you get super lucky here, which maybe we do, maybe we don't, then it really doesn't change anything. So at least let's hope for a white chest here. It's been a while. Boom, there you go. There's 2 weeks of progression right there, guys. Let's see it. Let's see it. Two stars. We got yeah. so we picked up 2 stars and the rest of them are 1 stars. Let's go. There's 2 weeks of progression. We got a fat blessed pebble though. We are rich. I mean, there you go. That's what 2 weeks looks like. I mean, we technically have still 3 more to run, and I'll run that just after here. But I mean, what does that do for me, right? I got 2 stars and then I got 8 1 stars. Let's say I wanted to upgrade a gem right now and I'm free to play, right? 2 stars, assuming I'm going to convert them into platinum because I need dupes to upgrade my pieces, then, well, those would each give me about 3,400 platinum, maybe about 3,600 platinum if I'm lucky. And that means total I'm getting about 7,200 platinum out of those 2 dupes. Then, assuming I'm selling all my 1-star gems for 1,000 platinum a piece after taxes. So that would be, first off, very lucky if I were able to do that. But then I'm getting, another 8K platinum. Okay, so I'm at 15K platinum of 2 legendary crests. So 15K platinum every 2 weeks. Let's say I were to not sell my normal gems because I believe those actually increase your power a little bit more. So we're just talking legendary gems here in terms of legendary crests. But I guess what? I can't sell any of them, right? So 15K platinum, assuming I could sell it, it'd be 15K platinum, but I can't. So it's literally just pure gem power. So in pure gem power, I'm getting 8 gem power, 16 gem power. That's it. That's it. And guess what? I need literally 300, 400 gem power to upgrade one of my gems rankings. And that's not even including the duplicates that I would need. That's just the gem power. So if I'm just factoring in the gem power, then what is that? That would take me 10 temples or 20 temples for us to go ahead and acquire this, which means if it's 20 temples and each temple takes about 2 weeks, that means that I'm taking 40 weeks to upgrade one gem in just gem power. That's not even including the dupes. This is what I mean. This is what I mean, guys. This is just 40 weeks to upgrade what? We're talking one gem. We're not talking like, oh, we're getting an insane amount of resonance. We're talking about maybe 70, 80 resonance, maybe 5 or 100 resonance because, well, I have a couple 5 stars here. So that's the type of thing that I'm talking about. It's not reasonable to progress anything in this game unless you continuously spend. And look, back to back 13 crests, no white chests. There's another couple of 1 stars. I mean, it is just sad. And that's kind of where I'm at in the game right now. I'm kind of just waiting. I thought about making a video titled like "What's Left" because you've seen my previous video on officially beating Diablo Immortal. I feel like I've done everything that this game has to offer, and I cannot progress my character's legendary gems. I can hardly progress my character's normal gems, and I haven't even spent anything on that. I still do my group content every day, or at least I try to, and all that good stuff. And so if the only way I can progress my legendary gems is literally by farming up legendary crests every day, then the point of me progressing is basically just to wait for the game to reach max server paragon, and then just to grind up server paragon, and then what's after that? Because I'm close to beating all the challenge rifts here. I'm very close to beating that, actually. If I were to just jump into some dungeons here, get some actual set items, which I haven't really, I should be able to go ahead and just finish it off real quick. And so that's kind of where I'm at. So, what's left if I can't farm legendary crests, if I can't progress my character? I don't know. Figure this is an interesting video because this is kind of what the free-to-play experience is like, right? You're farming for 2 weeks, you get your 10, 13 legendary crests, and then boom, you go in, jump into a Elder Rift, you get 16 gem power, and that's it. That's it for basically your whole progression. That's all you got. That's all you got. So let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I am very, very curious to hear what you all have to say because I believe a lot of people are kind of in that same point. It's like, I don't know how to get stronger. It's literally impossible until I wait for the server to just get higher, right? So again, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I thought this was kind of interesting because it's been a while since I pulled the 10 pop, so I figured I'd share it with all of you and show you what the kind of the free-to-play experience is like. If you enjoyed, be sure to like the video, sub to the channel, and I will see you all tomorrow.